Hey everybody, in today's video we're going to be looking at the Vivosun 2700 gallons per hour submersible water pump. It's a pretty good and versatile pump designed for a wide range of applications, from ponds to moving water out of your pool, creating a stunning waterfall, running a fish tank, or just doing some hydroponics. As a sub pump you can even use it. This pump promises to deliver, so watch the unboxing, review, and let's put it to the test. We're also going to compare it to a smaller Vivosun pump just to see if it can pull as much water as this big one. Stay tuned for the whole video. What's good everybody, today we're going to compare these two Vivosun water submersible pumps. Both can be submerged in total water. They are waterproof. However, one only pumps 3,000 liters per hour, which is roughly 1,560 gallons per hour, and the other one does a lot more. This one's 2,750, and you can see that the size is massively different. Okay, so what can these be used for? Well, they can use these to pump water out of above ground pool, for example. You can redirect water somewhere. You can pump water out of a jet ski that's been submerged, for example. You just put the pump in and you attach the hose and it will just pump the water out. This one weighs 6.6 pounds. It's got a very long cable and it's 120 volt, which is important because some pumps are 220. These are just additional attachments. You may need a coupler or other piping that you get from Amazon or other stores in order to hook it up to your particular landscaping requirements, but essentially this is kind of what they gave you to start with. It's got protections in play, meaning that if the water were to run out, it's going to turn itself on. Let's see here, we've got this one. All you do is you just screw this on and then you attach the water over here. These here are your rubber feet for suction. You place these essentially just through here, like this, and then this. All right, so now there isn't too much to this particular pump. You can see that it kind of rotates all the way around. Come on. All right, see? So it's a 360-degree turn essentially. If you want it to, you can lock it and play anyway. All right, so maximum head is 16 feet. That means that this hose can be 16 feet up and will still feed the water through at maximum flow of 2,700 gallons per hour. So this is a very, very strong pump. 120 watts, 1.2 amps, 120 volts. All right, so here's the pump. We do have a pool here that we need to drain, and then we're gonna try to see maybe we can use this pump. Now, the great thing about this pump is as soon as you plug it in, it turns on, but if it doesn't sense any water, it actually stops. This also comes off. You just gotta pull this back, and then this is exposed, and then you can, of course, thread another piece on here. All right, so you can remove this, and then this is your shaft. You can see that it's made of steel. Like, this is steel, this is not plastic. This part is plastic. You got your filtering right in behind here. Make sure no sediments come through. Like I said, it weighs 6.6 pounds. It's pretty heavy. This is also metal, so this is definitely gonna last. So let's go and put this back on. This pump features a water lubricated bearing and shaft, so it's going to last a little longer than traditional pumps. However, the rotor assembly is susceptible to failure if sand or any extra fine grit is pumped through it. You always want to unplug the pump before handling or performing any maintenance. So if the pump stops working, first you want to check the circuit breaker, obviously, that it's connected to. Now, if the breaker appears to be working order, you want to maybe try it into another outlet like a GFCI or something to make sure that the electricity is actually going in. Check the pump's discharge, impeller, and tubing for any obvious signs of obstruction. So like that's over here, right here, just make sure there's nothing in there. And then finally, you want to remove the impeller chamber covering, rotate the impeller by hand to ensure it can spin properly. All right, so we plug this pump in, and you guys can kind of see it spinning. Now it's producing quite a lot of push. So you can see that that little disc is just kind of rotating along on its own. Now when you do lift it, you want to be careful because you don't want to go in. Okay. Whew. All right, so you can see that there's actually quite a lot of push. And now we're out. Yeah, you guys aren't seeing how fast it's spinning because of the camera, but it's going really fast. So we just plugged this in, and you can see with 18 inches of water submerged, it actually has enough force to get through, and it comes up about, I'd say, 11 inches. Now, if we raise this closer to the top, of course, that is going to start going up higher. And if you have a more narrow connection, it's going to go even higher. Now, with the ones that provided us, it's going up about 8 feet in my opinion. So let's take a look. So we're just going to go and lift this up. And we're going to put this on an angle just to see how high up we can go. We don't want to get wet. So you can see it's going up, not too high, not too low, but still a fair amount. All right, so this is the difference between the small pump and a large pump. Now they're both about 3 inches submerged, and you can see that they're pushing quite a lot of water up and out. So even though that's just 50% higher, you can see it's delivering almost 350% more flow than the little one. So as you can see, we are testing this pump for our water fountain that's going to be installed in our fire pit project. So I think this will work pretty good with the fountain because it's already pushing enough water through. So that's the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.